Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. So, there's a word in Sanskrit, and it's called Bhavana Kula. And Bhavana Kula means something which is favorable to the cultivation of love. Like in a marriage, you can do things that are favorable to the cultivation of a relationship. So Bhavana Kula actually means favorable to bhava, or emotion. And Janmashtami is a day which is known as Bhavana Kula. It's a day that can propel you in devotion. Different from other days, this day is special. And according to our scriptures, this day is meant to be, this ceremony, Janmashtami, it's meant to be practiced as a principle to awaken devotion. So it's a very important day. It's not a day, I see you all in this building celebrating, that's very good. It's not a day just to go about business as usual. It's a day, it's a very special day that can afford you this huge opportunity to advance in Krishna consciousness. So, for many years, I had distributed Bhagavad Gita. You all know what is Bhagavad Gita. You've all probably have Bhagavad Gita in your house, right? Whether you read it or not is another thing, but you all have it. So, if you really analyze Bhagavad Gita in essence, what it is, it's an invitation from Krishna to join him in his pastimes, in his lila. It's an invitation to a better existence. It's an invitation to dance with Krishna. You all know about Rasa Lila, most of you, right? So Krishna actually wants all of you to be in his Rasa Lila, to dance with him, or to play with him. That's what he wants. And his Bhagavad Gita is an invitation. And his coming to this world is part of that invitation, because he has to speak Bhagavad Gita. But also, Krishna's coming to this world is a bit like an advertisement. You know, when I was younger, they had travel agents. We still have them, but they're not so common. And you would go to a travel agent, and you would ask them, can you tell me some places I can travel? And they would have brochures. And they would show you pictures, and then you would see what you could do in those places. And you look at a place. Oh, that place looks beautiful. I'd like to go there. So then they tell you what you can do there. And so when Krishna comes to this world, it's kind of like he's advertising for another place, another dimension, another life, another consciousness. And so what he's doing in his Leela is he's showing, in his pastimes and his activities, he's showing a kind of love that doesn't exist on this plane. He's showing that there's a spiritual love which you're all invited to be part of, and you can't find it on this plane. It doesn't exist. Now, my spiritual master said something very heavy that could make you all faint. So hold the hand of the person next to you. I'm going to tell you. So I will explain. After you faint, I'll wake you up with an explanation. He said, there is no love in this world. No, that Krishna exhibits between himself and his devotees, and you all are devotees, or potentially devotees. That love does not exist on this plane. You won't see it in this world. That love is distinct. And Krishna is inviting you to join him and learn that kind of love. Now, the beautiful thing about this, I don't know if you know this, but the beautiful thing about this is that Krishna already has that love for you. Krishna loves every one of you more, 1,000,000 times more than your parents could possibly love you. Did you know that? And you don't have to do anything for that love. You don't have to do anything to be loved. He loves you no matter what you do. All of you, every one of you. Because that's his nature. He doesn't know how not to love you. So all of us are immensely loved by Krishna, beyond what we could imagine. And what Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita, he's basically saying, I love you unconditionally, and I want to have this loving relationship with you. But in order to have this relationship, I need you to love me also. Because love doesn't work both ways. Love works both ways, right? You can't just have it work one way. It works both ways. So Krishna is giving some instruction in Bhagavad Gita, but rather than see them as instruction, I see them as an invitation. I want you in this relationship, and I want you to know that I love you, and I want this relationship of love, so I'm asking you to love me. If you read Bhagavad Gita, there's a verse, Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhiji manamastu. Any of you know that verse? I think if you know Hindi, you probably can understand. Man mana, think of me. Bhava mad bhakto, become my devotee. Madhiji, worship me. Namaskuru, pay obeisances. So some people might look at that and think, what kind of God is that? He's asking you to bow down to him. He's asking you to worship him. If an ordinary man did that, we would think, okay, something is wrong with him. But why does Krishna do that? Because that's how we will learn to love him. And he knows. If we just quote it, always think of me, become my devotee. Krishna always thinks of his devotees. He is doing exactly what he's asking us to do. Man. Krishna's always thinking of you. Did you know that? Did you know Krishna's thinking of you right now? And he's wondering, what are you going to do tomorrow and the next day? He's wondering when? When are you going to come back to me? When are you going to love me? Did you know that? He's always thinking of you. He's actually waiting for you. There's a story. There's a book called Brihad Bhagavatam. Some of you have heard of the Bhagavad Purana. It's the stories of Krishna. It's the book of stories. Now this is the essence of those stories. And there's a story of a devotee. And this devotee, he goes all the way back to the spiritual world and he gets to meet Krishna in the spiritual world. And when he meets Krishna, Krishna runs to him and they embrace. And then Krishna says, I've been waiting for you. Krishna doesn't say, what took you so long? He just says, I've been waiting for you. Now, some of you know the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, that we're taking birth again and again and again and again in different forms, in different bodies, in different countries. Now, in the particular body you have now, it won't be the body you have 100 years from now. And that's going on. And that's been going on longer than we know, longer than we can calculate. And Krishna is still waiting for us, and he doesn't give up on us. Isn't that amazing? No matter what we've done, no matter if we turn our back towards him, he doesn't give up on us. So when Krishna met Gokumar, he said, yes, I've been waiting for you. So I just want you all to know, maybe you can meditate on this today or this evening for the rest of the evening, that Krishna is one who has everything, but there's one thing he doesn't have. And what is that one thing he doesn't have? That's our love. That's the thing he wants more than anything. And you might think, why would he care about me? I'm just one insignificant person. but he wants your love. He really does. And when Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita, if you understand the essence of it, and this we could say would be the essence of religion. The essence of religion is that God wants your love, even though he has everything. That's the one thing he doesn't have, and the one thing he wants the most. So it's a beautiful meditation, especially for today, that you can meditate that he loves me more than anyone, and he wants me to love him back. And everything that he does when he's on this planet is just for that purpose, just to help us love him and to communicate that he wants us. What do you think about that? This is beyond philosophy, beyond ritual, beyond externals of religion. This is what spiritual life is essentially. It's an exchange of love between a devotee and the Supreme. And that's and when you understand that, then you understand that every Leela, every story that you ever read about Krishna or you've ever seen a video of, and you think, oh, that's a nice story, or that's a funny story, Krishna stealing butter, or whatever the story is. But why is he doing that? Is it just Bollywood entertainment? No. He's doing that to awaken your love for him, to attract you to him, to hear about what he does, because in your heart, in the bottom of your heart, as we say, in the heart of hearts, love exists. Infinite love exists. And those leelas, those pastimes Krishna does, are actually capable of awakening your love if you understand them and you understand the purpose of them. So rather than just think, that's a funny pastime, Krishna steals butter, or he herds cows, think that he's doing that to attract you to something better, to something greater, because he wants you and he wants you to love him. So that's what I wanted to say. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Grace Mahatma Das ki. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for this nice lecture. We hope that we have much more of these lectures from you. So thank you very much, and hopefully to the next time.